Okay, what's going on, guys? Bring here for guys another live stream. We are back on the Ultimate Zombies Challenge series, and again we are taking on Shangri-La, right? And this map is bad, right? I think we've talked about this before. All these things, right? Is how much I dislike the map. All this stuff. And a lot of people might be kind of coming to this this stream and being like, okay, you did one challenge on Shangri-La, so where's the others, right? Normally around like maybe, you know, at least 5 streams I would say about for a zombie map, right? And we only did one. So where's these others?
Grab the little furry fuck bag. We just got bumped up a pay grade.
I was gonna say we gotta wait for the other monkey there. So a lot of people might be like, well, where's your other challenges, right? And I'm here to tell you, we're not doing any more challenges. Right? Shangri-La is the worst. And again, when I say the worst, we at the very end of this, we will talk about the Easter egg. The Easter egg is the only redeeming factor to Shangri-La. But until we get to the Easter egg, we really have to just talk about the map, right? What it did, like all the things about every component with this, and why it's so bad, right? Because when I say it's bad, you know, as again, I don't consider myself a fantastic zombies player, but at the same time, I'm also not the worst. So,
this is new.
I truly think when I say, oh, this map is bad, I think I have some kind of, I guess, say in that. Though it's not a abundantly strong say, since I'm not, like, huge in the community and everything like that. But I feel like I have some kind of say in just, like, being a zombies player, right? So, I have a whole list on my side here, and this is what we're going to talk about, right? I'm not going to be doing anything crazy today. We're literally just going to be playing Shangri-La. Unfortunately, as unfortunate as that may be for myself, but we're just going to be talking about it. And a lot of this is going to be kind of similar to our first stream.
Keep him out.
With a lot of this is going to be kind of comparison to our first stream of Shangri-La, where we kind of rant a little bit on that, but we're going to be more so in-depth talking about why Shangri-La is the worst, right? And we're going to start with, again, I'm literally just going to go down the line here. Where is the zombie? Oh. And to start us off, we're just going to start with high rounds, right? First of all, high rounds are... actually, we're going to do high rounds at the end here. Because there's a thing with high rounds that after all this other stuff I'm going to talk about, the high rounds are just... they're there, and everything else kind of piggybacks off the idea of why it's terrible. So, high rounds, right? Or not high rounds. We're going to just start with some of the other issues. So, monkeys. We're also going to be talking about a little bit of what changes they could have rung to maybe make these things better, right? Because at the end of the day, like, Shangri-La is hard for sure, but what could these things have been done? Because, I mean, we've seen it with Call of the Dead. George is irritating, the fog's irritating, but hey, they make the eyes of the zombies a little kind of brighter so that you can at least see through the fog, right? George, though you take them out, if you did the Easter egg, you get the Wonder Wop, and then also a free perk, or you get a Death Machine and free perk, right? And I feel like in those kind of regards there, it's kind of worth it, right? Like, those are some pretty solid trade-offs for, you could say, an issue, right? So this is coming off of Call of the Dead.
I'm out.
So, like, what... So what else could they have done with this, right? So we start with, we just took one out in there. We start with the monkeys, right? What could the monkeys have done better, right? And I feel like they were implemented, I think, in the wrong style, right? I think if the monkey, no matter what, if you take it out, I think giving you 500 points should be a given. One monkey comes out after a drop, and they can take it. Kind of similar to what they already do. However, I think any monkey you should be able to manipulate to kind of, like, I think fire sales should have been an option on it. Like, when I say these things could have been very helpful to the player, I truly mean it. I also think that the monkeys themselves, they're like, okay, put it in this water perspective in a sense.
Die, monkey! That's mine!
Is another one coming, or? Maybe not. Okay. We're gonna go turn on power, I guess, then. So, you know, you have the monkeys here, and so there's literally, like, nothing we want on that entire side, dude. We're gonna go running,
I got the power on!
guess we could go Pack-a-Punch. I don't think I've ever knifed one of those zombies. So, I think the monkeys, they should have been... I think if they were, like, wandering, and it's something that you could either keep on, or kind of turn off in a sense. Meaning, you take out, like, maybe there's just 3 monkeys, and you kind of had to use them the best way that you, I guess, could, in a sense. If that makes any sense with that. Like, it's not something that you could just kind of use and abuse in a way. Is, like, yes, monkeys can come in or whatever, but maybe it's not every time, you know? Or it's dropped and, like, a zombie drops something, and if you, I don't even, like, that's the issue with the monkeys, is it's such a compact map, you're always kind of focusing on some other thing, that the monkeys aren't really like, they're a good system, don't get me wrong, but it's just the wrong map. It's very complicated to get everything going. Everything just feels like you're focusing on way too many other things, whether it's spike traps, all this other stuff, to be really dealing with a monkey, right? Again, I don't think the monkeys themselves, they are a great mechanic. Do not get me wrong. I think, like, the way they approach everything, all that stuff, I don't think there should be 2 monkeys coming after, like, one coming after you, and then the other one coming after the player. I don't think necessarily you would need all that, but one needs to get double tap, which I think is all the way on the other side. Or wait, you know what?
Damn it!
See, like this,
Gotta be quicker than that.
Irritating, man. Irritating. And again, it goes right with it, too, of just what this map is. It's irritating. So, like, I think the monkeys, you can keep them. Like, you can keep those fine, right? Because these other changes that we're going to talk about, I think are things that are, like, are things that I think are truly, like, you might need to even make this a comparable map, right? And okay, let's see. Perfect timing. Let's talk about the flamers coming, right? Inferno zombies, right? Again, you go from a map that the boss zombie that you take out gives you something, right? Not only does he give you something, he gives you a great something, a perk drop. You know, not saying these napalm zombies should give you a perk drop necessarily, but they don't give you any drop, right? Where does that like, how does that supposed to fit in with this, right? So you have, again, a monkey mechanic that these drops switch, meaning every time these boss zombies spawn in, which is every single round as well, they don't give you anything. So it's like, okay, yes, we're complaining about it, but it's kind of rightfully so. Because look at what we're used to. Any other, like, boss zombie gives us something, right? I mean, other than, I guess, Nova Crawlers, but again, that was even, like, a map specific. But, like, dog rounds, they give you max ammo. Like, we're used to something, like, being given to us by taking these guys out, especially that they're not, like, other than, I guess, Shrieker zombies, which I think Shrieker zombies might have, like, a similar health as regular zombies, because they go down pretty easily. I want the monkey to potentially take this. Well, I guess not. Alright, well, I guess we'll go ahead and try packing. I guess that's where we're at right now. So, like, and this goes right with the Shrieker zombie, honestly. Like, these are two big parts that I think are very just frustrating as a player with right now. Is
we're gonna get into it one of these days.
Again, you get something and you're just
away with calling him Nicky. Watch out, flesh addicts. Dempsey's upgraded.
In fact, that would, like, again, dude, I literally so irritated with this map, dude. I think getting speed or stamina might be the play instead.
No ammo.
But, like,
Well,
I think max ammos are pretty tough in this game, in this map. And so, like, I think if napalm zombies, even if they just gave a specific drop for themselves, like, okay, Shrieker zombies maybe give you insta kills all the time, and napalm zombies give you, you know, double points. Not saying that has to be the case. I did not know both can spawn in at the same time there. That's very irritating. But you turn zombie. So you kind of get into this thing of like these what is it? These boss zombies are honestly quite irritating, right? I mean, if you're playing Black Ops 1, napalm zombies can literally ruin your entire game in like literally 2 seconds, dude. literally 2 seconds, your game can be just done, right? Again, not fun. Not fun at all, even. Is it this door that needs to be closed? No, it's that one. So when you have, you know, what we just talked about there, of I don't even know where that zombie came from, dude. So you have 2 boss zombies that, again, I think what they do when it comes to when they do die, I appreciate what they can do, right? Like this helps a lot of things right there. Is being able to take out a lot of zombies because of an Inferno zombie, I think is, like, you can utilize that very well, right? Like that is again, I would say a good mechanic. I would truly say that. However, it's how the map is played, right? And it's the design of the map. When this is the best training spot, I feel like that's an issue, right? I mean, it's no cakewalk by any means, right? Like, I literally just learned that this is the training strat. And again, when we get down to Pack-a-Punch here, we'll kind of talk about why it's so irritating. Because it's not guaranteed of where the next spot is, right? And again, when you have a napalm zombie that literally does that to your screen, it makes things kind of tough, not gonna lie. To see, to deal with. Did we turn the napalm zombie? We did. I had no idea you could even turn the napalm zombie. Is he? So we're forever just burnt. Oh, okay. I thought we were forever burnt there. So, I think the easy way for you to change these things, one, you make them round-based, to maybe where every other round they spawn in, and maybe...
Nikolai, is that screaming one of your wives?
Maybe they can go ahead and... what is it? Like maybe the napalm one. You know what? I would even argue you get rid of the shrieker zombie, and you just put in the napalm zombie, right? The napalm zombie, you give a little bit more health, but when you kill him, you get a max ammo. And here's why. Here's why I would say give the player a max ammo for a napalm zombie, right? So not only do you, again, I would say increase your health or increase its health, right? I would appreciate them doing that, right? But here's the reason why I would say give you a max ammo. Is because you can change that then over to a free perk, right? So, I mean, it gives the player an option of, do I want a free perk? Or... Or do I want to go ahead and...
Screw you, monkey, that ain't yours.
Like, do I want a max ammo or do I want this free perk? Right? That's the option it gives the player. It doesn't force the player to be like, oh, I'm just kind of out of luck here because I ran out of ammo and like, you can't do anything, man. Everything's just so close quartered. Every time you kind of get something situated on this map,
Yeah, that totally sucked. Thanks.
it throws you for a loop and it ruins your day. And I honestly, that's the honest truth with it.
That'll clean you out.
Is again, it goes from a map that it's very irritating, dude. It's a very irritating map just because of how it's played. And we might We might go right over to...
That's slightly annoying. Hey, that little shitball's running off with our power up.
Again, see, like, it's a carpenter. I don't have time to deal with it. And see, so that one's covered as well. I don't even know where this Inferno zombie is. I'm assuming he's up top. But, like, again, we don't really have time to do any of this. We're gonna go grab... ourselves the stamina. And we're gonna chill down here, I guess. Because we're going to have to open this up to even pack a punch. Again.
Zombies all around.
Which again... is just not a good time. There's a good time, and then there's whatever this map is. That's what's going on. We're gonna go pack the Cuda, I guess.
Watch out for the spikes, man. I got valuables down there. Now it's party time. Nice donuts.
All right, let's go ahead and let's talk about
Time to bring death to their doorsteps.
let's talk about pack punch real quick. While we're up here dealing with this right now.
Stuck in a dark closet with Richtofen. What an adventure.
It looks like it took him out. We're just gonna try to end this round real quick. And then potentially... oh no, is that it?
Felt the wind on my undercarriage, man. Not
Alright.
cool.
Grab Speed Cola. And there's that. Okay, round 16. So, you have this map, right? And, again, I think taking away the Shrieker, Napalm Zombie, maybe every... even if it's 5 rounds, you maybe even spawn in 2 of them. Like, I feel like that would be okay, in all honesty. Like, go ahead. Go ahead and, like, do something like that. You know, maybe. Like, again... I think anything other than what the map currently is better, right?
Damn it! Freak bag incoming!
You can't do anything in this game, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's great. That's great. Fantastic, even. We're going to run it again. But we're going to talk about Pack Punch now. Because, again, I think monkeys, good idea. Like, really good idea. Napalm Zombies and Shrieker Zombies, stupid idea that they spawn in every round after, I think it's like round 5 or 6. Stupid idea. And, again, I think you just eliminate the Shrieker. And you make maybe every 3 rounds, maybe 2, 3, maybe every... for how many players there are, that's how many Napalm Zombies there are. Because, again, you implement it almost like a slow boss that, hey, okay, you get in front of him, yeah, he's going to do some damage to you, right? Like, I think it's a good risk and reward, because if you take him out, you know, like if you waste the ammo for it, you're at least going to get max ammo for it. Or you can trade that off to get a perk if you utilize the monkeys right. You know, like I think that's a good addition. I also think other zombies should be taking damage from him as they're like. So if he spawns over here, I think he should leave like fire patches that zombies can run through and or slowly die if you keep him alive. And like so if you're training with the napalm zombie, like he can end up dying because of that, right? I think that would be a solid idea.
Fish do not mix.
Okay. So again, that's my idea with those things. We talk about Pack Punch now. And I think your favorite character here, the little Timmy analogy, is something we have to talk about, right? Because it's one thing that you play it on solo and you have to just find one of the 4 blocks, stand on it for a few seconds, hear a click, run and go Pack Punch all free willy-willy, right? Willy-nilly, whatever it's called. It's another thing if you have 2+ people, right? Because now you both have to stand on a different tile at the same time, right? Meaning if there's no communication, meaning no mics, no, if they're not even caring about what you're doing, pretty much 2 solo players playing in a co-op game, or 2+ players, whatever kind of lobby you're kind of in there. Now you get into the issue of pack punching, right? Because here's the thing, and I like to compare it to this because there's another pain in the butt pack punch that we will be playing very shortly.
Okay, no one else kills zombies for a while but me. From a Soviet.
Like how he still managed to grab that too. That's stupid. I think we can chill here still. So that I think that in itself is an issue. 2 players have to stand on 2 different tiles for it to do. I also think it should be determined based off of how many players. So first of all, I think it's stupid that it's random. The perks are already random, and I feel like that is an issue, right? Like, I feel like, I mean, it's something like decent, like we've seen it obviously before. That's what I was talking about. A pain in the butt pack punch system. So people always want to talk, I guess, bad about Transit because of its pack punch system.
That monkey stole our stuff! After him! My sister is more dangerous than you! Hey, monkey, drop that! That's ours! Quit monkeying around and give us our stuff!
That was just dumb. I don't know how I didn't take out that monkey. So Transit, at least if you pack a punch, you can do it solo. Like you don't yes, it's a pain in the butt pack punch thing. There is no way to do it solo in Shangri-La. Right? And I don't understand the why behind that. I truly, truly do not understand it. I don't understand how hard it is, even if it's on a timer, right? If you go and click on that one, like let's say it's in spawn, you go ahead, click on the one in spawn, and then you say, okay, come on. So you click on the one in spawn, and okay, it's, you activate it. And then you can just run down here and activate that one, and you open Pack Punch by yourself. right? So, like, again, I think a super easy change for it, right? I don't think that's game-breaking, oh, you missed the point of Shangri-La. Like, no, I think that is a fair adjustment that could have been easily made and still keeps the principle of what the pack-punch system is. Now, here's the other thing. I think in solo, the pack-punch thing should always be in spawn. No matter... No matter if you do it once, twice, whatever it might be, no matter what, I think it should always be in spawn. Right? I just think the principle of it moving, even after, like, so instead of it being here and then you have to run over there another time, no. If you're solo, it's always there. If you have two players, the first player is always in spawn, and then another person, maybe it goes left to right, or it's over in, by power, some other spot that it is always the first spot with it. And there's a reason why I'm saying that, is because if everyone knew where it was every time they played, like, oh, I'm the second player on the list, my thing is over here, or the other one is over here, and I don't have to look for it, then you always know where to find it, right? Now, each player should be able to, again, you should be able to just go ahead and do it your own self. You shouldn't have to require anything else. Like, you should not have to require your team to help you do any of this, right?
The drunker I get, the better I shoot. Not today, evil.
The only thing that I think should be, like, supposed to help you with, in all honesty, is the Easter egg, right? I think that's truly the only thing that I guess should be required for, oh, you want to experience the game? You can do it, you should be able to do that stuff yourself. You pack-a-punch, all that stuff, right? Easter egg should be the only thing that's required to you. And I truly believe that. Or make an adjustment to where if you have a teammate, yes, it would definitely be easier to pack-a-punch if you had 4 players staying on the same tiles. You know, that way everyone kind of has their own tile and would make it very easy. Or at least easier, right? Oh, so I don't understand that one. Knife a zombie and... Can I open this? Alright, let's go. Turn on power. Also go run and pack-a-punch, I guess.
Now you know I did it. Okay, Nikolai, find some bullets. Easy.
But okay, now that we've done this part now, so here's the issue. I'm pack-punching my weapon.
Very, very drunk. And the drunk
And zombies are coming, right? This is the issue. I don't think the zombies should be like when you get up here. There should be a thing where the zombies can't get you up here, right? This should be the spot you would want to be in, and I think there's 2 ways around this. I think once you activate this should always be available to the player. I think that We have to get enough for Jug. What was I saying, dude? I think Pack-a-Punch, it should not have been something that closed off. Like, once you activate the first time, I think it's a camping spot for the players. I don't think it's game-breaking if you left Pack-a-Punch open. I truly don't. I don't think that's, like, it's not an overpowered area. If anything, it would make PhD a lot more viable, right? I mean, you're already in a super closed-off area, right? So, like, what's another little spot to kind of help you out in a way? Oh, yeah, Shangri-La doesn't like helping players out, but, like, I think that's the issue with it, is the unfairness of Shangri-La gets in the way of what the map could have been, right? And it sucks because, again, I would, like, it's a map I wish I could, like, truly enjoy, because, again, the Easter egg is so great, right? It's an Easter egg I wish you could do solo, but, like, I understand, like, not how all zombie maps could be, you know, great.
Anyone? No? Good.
But it is, like, it's a solid map, right? I'm gonna go try to get double tap, I guess. Like, I don't even know really what the plan really is right now. I kind of want might just, like, try to, like, camp out, I guess. Camp out on bridge. Again, you gotta check every freaking corner. That's not even open. Double tap here. So is what, Widow's Wine over here then? Yeah.
Twice the shots.
Head back up here. To the bridge. There's the Shrieker zombie.
Shit, I think I heard one of those screamy zombies coming for us.
Can't see anything. Very nice. So, with Pack-a-Punch, again, it's already in a very tough area that if you want to go Pack-a-Punch again, you're in literally a dead zone. And I think the only way you can make that an acceptable dead zone is by keeping it open forever. You know, whether that's, like, I don't know how you, like, go around that in a way. Hey, it's a one-time thing, you open it. If there's, like, a puzzle behind it, like, hey, as long as the players all activated at the same time, you know, and, like, maybe these all correlate to this, right? So, like,
stop the monkey, he's got our stuff. If I only had this during my
so instead of the, like, so on here, like, maybe there's a little bit better description, maybe other symbols or something like that. It's presented on this, right? So, as a solo player, you take a look at which one's spinning, whether it goes in order or not. You know which one's spinning, you correlate it to it, and you attach it, right? So instead of kind of like Doris, of, oh, like, this one needs to be activated in order for, or linked, and then you can go ahead and, that's, never mind. I thought that was Speed Cola over here. We're gonna have to make our way over that way for Speed Cola.
Hey, it smells like victory! Oh no, fire pig! Ah, he caught my beer fire.
Fine. Let's go make our way over here real quick to get Speed Cola.
Hey, zombies! Could you please go attack somebody?
And again, like, so that must mean the thing is inside there, which just sucks. in order to try getting like another weapon Pack-a-Punch here, meaning.
Hope it doesn't come out that way.
And this thing also, man. I just think is a stupid idea, man. The little trap things that Shangri-La thought, I guess, was a cool idea, are not cool ideas. Like, and I think that's the biggest issue when it comes to like a map like Shangri-La. Is the stuff presented as like, oh, a cool idea, like this should be pretty fun, this should work in a way, and then it doesn't work, right? And then the immediate reaction to it is like, oh, so if it's like then it's a bad idea then. Right, like this. I wanna. We gotta shoot back up here. I guess it's fine.
Father just shot somewhere. I don't want Father to go.
I wanted to hit the box to then determine.
Please.
Oh, I don't know where the. I don't think it was at spawn, was it?
Hey, zombies! You bad!
Because I do want to Pack-a-Punch.
Oh shit! That nearly took
Out
off my
there.
ass!
Up, down here. So is it back over here then? It is. So that's so weird that it would be in the same spot that time. But that's not like a consistent thing. That's very odd. And I also think that that geyser, it should be right underneath to what's it called? Wow. See, like that's okay. Like I like that one. So Pack-a-Punch, I feel like there should have been a better idea with it. I really do. Like there's too many things with it that just don't line up. And I think by having it open 24/7 after you do this like puzzle with it, I think would make it at least a tolerable Pack-a-Punch. Because again, I think you should be able to do it solo. I think it's a 4-tier puzzle. So each of these spin at a random order, and you have to just correlate it to where that spot is. Right. Again, you don't disrupt the fact that it's a puzzle, right? But a single player should be able to complete that puzzle and then, be able to go and Pack-a-Punch, right? I shouldn't have to hope that little Timmy and his big brother, whatever, that both don't have mics, because little Timmy's big brother is only like 10 months older than him, right? I shouldn't have to require.
That evil monkey stole my vodka.
I shouldn't have to require that like I have to rely on that in order to get to my Pack-a-Punch, right? I should like that. I physically should not have to do that, right? Pain, like whether it's a pain or not, whether it's just like it's not a huge deal. It doesn't matter if it's a huge deal or not. It's stupid that that's even part of the map, right? So we move on, right? The Wonder Weapon, right? This JB, all this other crap, the baby gun. Again, they kind of take a kind of page out of Call of the Dead's book of a Wonder Weapon that fits the map so brilliantly. They tie it to the Easter egg, which again, I think is great. And again, and we'll see it in Moon as well, is like, it does so well for the map, right? It looks great, all that stuff. But now we get into the effect of it, right? And this is where I can't stand it again. And I feel like I say that so often with this map of I can't stand this, I can't stand that. It's like the drops, man. Where's my max ammo? Last zombie. What a shot. So, like the wonder weapon. You take it and you shoot all these zombies, right? And it just makes them smaller for a brief second. Right? Insta-kill ability for it as well. So it's like, you use this shot to really, and they can still deal damage to you. And I think what would have been cool, I swear, there's no...
Hey, we got a raise, no?
It's things like that, man. Monkey, like...
Alright, you don't, because you're dead.
It's exactly things like that, dude, that I hate.
Such accuracy.
The monkey spawn there sucks.
Hey, monkey, drop that, that's ours. How many nails do you think that used? Not today.
Did I take him out or something?
Double the points, double the...
I guess I took the other one out. But like again, I got one max ammo and I got probably the worst monkey spawn of all time that literally beat me to the max ammo. It's things like that, dude, that just if you just increase the health of the napalm zombie and he dropped the max ammo for you, it wouldn't be terrible because at least you know. And again, if you take this into Black Ops 1, this map becomes just dumb. Like, and I truly believe in that, like, phrase that this map just becomes dumb with it, because Black Ops 1 has probably the worst ammo system we've ever seen in zombies. So it's like... a little bit... do that.
Nice try, zombies!
These were...
Hell pig!
No touchy. No touchy. Like, I truly think that's just an easy way for you to fix this map in general, is just giving a more reward for taking out these special zombies. And spread them out more, too.
Hey, zombie!
Yeah.
You're missing something!
Round 16. There we go. So, we move on to just the smallness of the map. Again, we've seen it in Verrückt, that at least you're able to kinda make way on things. Even though it's small, you know you have to kinda get pushing. There's a... At least there's a, what's it called? You know, like, there is a training spot with it as well. So, like, okay, at least you have something kind of going on with the map.
This just got more fun!
That you can... that you can kind of rely on, in a sense.
Cover your ears, there is a loud sound.
and it makes the map at least playable for, like, even though it's still a difficult map, at least when you kind of get to where you need to be on the map, you feel like you're making progress and you can actually, like, do something on the map. Whereas Shangri-La, you're not in a good spot ever. Let's go find where this pack punch thing is. Because I would like maybe a turn. We also can hit box as well. I don't know. Let's hit box.
Hello, baby Takio. I cannot wait to get rid of you.
Don't really want that. Come on. I know I wanna come back down here and try training. Even though we don't have stamina up, I think I might be able to kind of train in this one little spot over here. So while we're kind of dealing with him, this is your. We mentioned smallness already. You look at this, right? This is your training spot, right? This is not good to be your designated training spot. Is most training spots like you had, like, I mean, you talk about things like Call the Dead. Again, a training spot that's difficult to do, but at least is doable. You know, like, almost want to just try to get this dead wire first, and then maybe try focusing on Wonder Weapon. Again, very weird that, like, this all of a sudden has spawned down here all the time. Let's see if we can get dead wire here.
What the hell is that golden rod Richtofen keeps stroking? I don't trust that man. I think he...
And again, dude, the fact that it's just like you have, like, I mean, it's smaller.
Such seductive power, like fourth life, only pretty.
And I still get Thunderwall, man. Like, this is just stupid. Okay, let's go find Pack Punch again, because, again, I want to go ahead and take care of this. But again, it's just super irritating.
I can't.
That, again, I don't think, like, that doesn't, it doesn't add anything to the gameplay. either. The fact that I have to go run and try doing pack punches. I also hate this pack punch system. Literally.
Russians do not like being impaled.
Now we see what we can do, I guess. Just this. We'll try to maybe hit the box for
Is my luck okay? That would have been bad.
I can't do anything, dude. It's literally just a game I hate, man. It's a game I hate.
Just this once. You can drink from my
Game I despise, even. And, like, we're literally done with this. The smallness of the map, obviously, is the biggest thing that makes it difficult. All that good, like, good stuff, I guess, would say in quotations. But we mentioned the Wonder Weapon. It's the zombies still do damage for you. Like, shrink them down, make a little ding, you know, and I think it becomes a better Wonder Weapon. You have these overpowered Wonder Weapons in Ascension. Kino 5 kind of sucks, but like there's a reason why it's, I guess, not super overpowered, I guess. Like, I don't know. But you know, I mean, in a way, like, it makes Mustang and Sally shine a little bit more because you have different space. I don't know what the reasoning is for it. But you have a map that you could have made something like the Thunder Gun, or even just I think something like the Blundergat or something like that. A close quarter map of a shotgun that could just do crazy damage. Something like that could have been a better idea than the fact that I shrink some zombies and now I can kick them. You know, it's funny, don't get me wrong, but the fact that you have to still run back into your train with these, or like you still have to run and kick all these zombies, and they can do slight damage to you, is not a good idea. Especially the fact that napalm zombies still blow up after you kick them because you step on them and stuff, and it's just not good. Like, it's not a good idea that that's part of this map. It's a cool idea that the Easter egg is used for, or the Wonder Weapon's good for the Easter egg, all that stuff. But I think the two worst things about, or there's a lot of bad things with Shangri-La, but the smallness of it is the irritating part. There's no salvation points of this. It'd be one thing if you maybe can like, instead of all these like spawns of zombies in the power room, if you made it literally a one way in, one way out kind of thing, to where the power room could literally be acting like a train room, and kind of like a stage of like Kino, but just as a power water room in a way, and can act like a big training area, that would be something cool. Because then it's like, okay, you can leave one side open, just like Kino, and now you can train and utilize this stuff, just kind of like Kino. And yes, your Wonder Weapon kind of sucks, but if zombies are in your way, you can shrink them, kick them, and keep going in a good train loop, right? You can't do that because of how many crazy spawns there are in Shangri-La, and it's not good. Again, like I keep saying that, it's not good. It's not good that that's part of the game. Things that, so you can't run around, like, okay, I understand what I just mentioned of, oh, zombies are in your way, shrink them down, kick them out of the way. Okay, that's great, but you're not training anywhere. You're just running around hoping you get into a good spot to turn around and maybe take out some zombies. Again, you take in a consideration of Black Ops 1 weapons, and you're just in a terrible spot because everything's just against you in this map. And the weapons are also, and ammo is also against you. Black Ops 3 at least has just a little bit more firepower. You can get turn zombies to help you, all this stuff. but it's still a very difficult experience. I mean, we literally got to round 17. I think before that, 18 or something like that. Maybe it was 9. I don't even know. But like these two things, like all this stuff we just talked about, is the reason why we're not continuing on with Shangri-La. Is we did the 2-box challenge with it, and again, like we played it twice. It's the only map that we've literally just hate. Like, there's been like for 5 and Varrock, we enjoyed it for a little bit of just like what do these challenges kind of bring to it. But for the most part, we get over these stupid, like, just unforgiving kind of style maps. And you take into account, and again, we do this for every map, that this is the final thing. And we're not doing a high round attempt. We're not doing any of this. This is it for Shangri-La. Shangri-La, it's the same thing, only harder and more, like, and dumber, because you do a 2-box challenge, and if you don't get the Wonder Weapon, you get bad weapons, your experience is just, it's terrible. The only way that it's actually somewhat enjoyable is if things play out perfectly to where you get the Wonder Weapon, you get this, and things, you know, like the monkeys don't steal your max ammos when you crucially need a max ammo, you know, like, and, you know, early on you get great drops to where you can actually utilize the monkeys for your thing. That's the issue. The monkeys could be one of the best, like, they could have been the best thing about Shangri-La. If, like, I want to put this consideration. You put monkeys on a map like Kino, or better yet, Ascension, right? Just a massive map. If you can, one, easily train on these maps, so zombies become not the biggest priority, but the effects and different things that you can utilize around the map become the become the focus. So if a monkey steals a power up on Ascension, you can clearly watch it, keep training the zombies, wait for it to do what you want, and actually utilize it perfectly. But because these monkeys, they take it and they dart, if they go around a single corner, you can't really chase them unless it's like early rounds wise, because the zombies are just so sporadic with how they spawn, and there's so many things playing against the player itself that the monkeys, you can't utilize them to their full effect. If you want to end the rounds faster, you should be able to literally, like, just bounce around nukes, you know, or stack up perks, stack up max ammos. We go from a map that, like Call of the Dead, where training, though it is difficult, there's a few different spots in Call of the Dead that you can train. George, a pain in the butt boss, but you take him out and you can get every perk in the map. Things like PhD, stamina. These perks are also in Shangri-La. You literally do a complete turnaround in what a great map is. Literally, based off our records, like our standings right now, Call of the Dead is the second best map we played, right? Based off of just how we've been feeling about it, how the challenges worked with it, the atmosphere Easter egg with it. Shangri-La should be up there, right? But they go all in on the Easter egg portion. And again, if I had, a couple other friends that all had Black Ops 1 and we all had the map pack for Shangri-La, or even Black Ops 3 and had Shangri-La, I would love to do the Easter egg. I would almost say once a week. Like, it's one of those Easter eggs that I don't think I would ever get tired of, because it's a great Easter egg. You get the Perkaholic after it. Richtofen grabs the, focusing stone again. Another step for him to eventually take over Samantha's step or process in Moon, right? Like, so you have all these, great elements of an Easter egg. It's in this elaborate jungle that you're, mysteries surrounding it. This description is only for the Easter egg. You go from a map like, we don't have it on here, but like Call of the Dead, where, oh yeah, everything that you mentioned on Call of the Dead, you play as. It's cold, it's definitely Siberia, it's foggy, yeah, I mentioned it's cold already. George, dies and always with you. Things match up to the gameplay. Shangri-La, it does not match up to the gameplay, but instead for the Easter egg. you know, and like this stuff is okay if it matches up just with Easter egg and the gameplay maybe is easier, whatever it might be, but it's not. It's just stupid. It's a great, again, you want, if we did a ultimate Easter egg challenge series, Shangri-La would be up there probably in top 5 maybe. Like I would put it super high up there just based off of, yes, it's a difficult map, but the Easter egg, one, you can kind of get through it pretty quick, but one, you need 4 players, so that just helps out with a lot of things with it, and you need a lot of teamwork with it. It's a great Easter egg, but that's it. The atmosphere in Easter egg, again, we put it up there. I mean, we only gave it a 76 because, again, I think it gets repetitive everywhere else you get. There's not like diversity really with it. Like the spawn looks great, but it's kind of copied and paste everywhere you go, other than the bridge, I would say, and like the water area, which again is not too great because it's literally water and zombies, which never mix really well. But I think this is the first time that the challenges take away from the gameplay experience, because the only way you can play Shangri-La is, again, you experience everything that you can with it is by hitting the box, hoping to get like either the ray gun or the shrink gun. Those are like the only ways that like you can truly experience this map, is by having overpowered weapons and not having to deal with the zombies. Really, it's a difficult map. You can kind of camp out on the bridge solo. It's really hard, but like that's all you can really do with it. And for that, I'm giving it a 20. And the only reason why I'm not going lower on this map, like, so I reduced it by 6 points, right? So this is going to be the worst zombie map we've ever played, right? And to tally all this up, we have a 130. Wait, 2 4. So one. Let me just pull out the calculator here. Phone app. Where's my phone app? Okay, just kick me out of my calculator app. Thank you. 26 plus 20. So it's a 122 out of 300. That is what Shangri-La gets. Now, this is the worst map, but right above it, and only with 5 points above it, is Ascension. And only 9 points above that is Kino. So this is the difference, right? Shangri-La says, I'm going all in on the Easter egg, right? All in on Easter egg. We're going to change up the atmosphere a little bit. Again, you have 5 and Call the Dead in before Shangri-La, right? So you experience good atmosphere and good kind of storytelling of where this map is and seeing what you can do with it, right? But Shangri-La doesn't do better than all of those. So it puts all the eggs, it literally puts all the eggs in the Easter egg itself, right? And to kind of connect that bridge, because again, Easter eggs weren't a big thing. And to kind of, it's crazy to think you go from no Easter egg in Kino to 5 doesn't have an Easter egg to Ascension having a very minor Easter egg that not a lot of people even discovered until really Call the Dead, honestly, like in that kind of realm of things. You get Call the Dead that kind of gets the beginning of Easter eggs, and then you have Shangri-La that literally puts all of its eggs in the Easter egg and forgets about gameplay, fun, all that stuff. And you get to Moon where you blow up the Earth. So Shangri-La, they say, okay, we need the community to understand the importance of Easter eggs right now, because Moon is going to literally blow up the Earth, and we need the community to understand that. So let's make Shangri-La literally for those that only want to do Easter eggs, and that way those people that will do the Moon Easter egg can fully understand what's going on, because Shangri-La is literally going to be that bridge of kind of doing Easter eggs casually to, like, you guys need to focus on this because some crazy stuff is about to happen, right? And they lost so many people. Shangri-La is continuously one of the worst, like, one of the least played maps of all, like, DLCs. Like, you talk about Verrückt. You talk about, I mean, Call of the Dead, like, kind of wasn't great, but I think it was more so, like, the time period of everything. But even, like, when it comes to Verrückt is still, like, let's just look at it here really quick. Shadow's 19%. Yo, Zetsubo, I think it's just with everything else that's available, why would you play Zetsubo? That's my honest opinion about this. But, Verrückt, 2% only. Moon, 2%. Again, you know, like Shino Numa, again, you have all these other maps, why would you play it? Shangri-La, 0%. 0% of people is playing, like, even 2% playing that. You talk, a lot of people hate on Shino Numa. I think it's one of the best maps ever, especially when you talk about World at War Shino Numa. I think how it was designed and built, I think it was really good. But Shangri-La, there's literally not a single soul on this planet, except our soul that literally has left us because of, again, we're done with Shangri-La. Shangri-La is at 0%, and there's a reason why. If you're not doing the Easter egg, why play it? You know, there's every so often, I get maybe once a year, and this is honest truth, is about once a year, I look at these zombie maps and I say, I'm going to challenge myself, I'm going to play Shangri-La. And I play one match, and I say, that's nice, I'm done now. I no longer like playing zombies. That's what Shangri-La does to you, is it makes, like, there's so many bad mechanics that nothing balanced themselves out. The monkeys were the only thing that balanced themselves out, but the map didn't balance with the monkeys. The map being so close quartered, a monkey turns the corner, you can't follow it again because there's a horde of zombies running around the corner that you can't see. So these monkeys, they take a mechanic that I think is beautifully balanced and they ruin it. The bosses, they're not balanced. The Shrieker zombie, I think, is the only one that's balanced because of the fact that at least if you kill it, it does a thunder gun kind of effect and kills all the zombies around it. The napalm zombie, though, is like, there's no reward for it other than the fact that it leaves a burning pile of fire that you can die from as well. So it's like, it closes off a portion of the map from the player as well, especially if you're talking about Black Ops 1. It's an instant death if you go by this guy. Pretty much, because his radius, everything like that, you're more than likely going to die. It's like, it's the equivalent of running into the astronaut with no quick revive, no jug in Moon. It's death. That's pretty much what it is. And there's no reward for it. And we'll talk about that more with Moon when we get to the astronaut, because for whatever reason, they thought that having a boss-like zombie in a map that doesn't reward the player is a good idea. And it has never been a good idea to have a zombie that just doesn't give you anything, that just wastes ammo. And prime example of it is Zetsubo. One of the probably, I think, worst thing about Zetsubo is Thrashers. Why? Because it uses a player's resources, in this case ammo, and it drains it on a boss zombie, and the reward is nothing. And in fact, there's more of a negative reward with Thrashers because it can spawn other Thrashers than anything we've really ever seen. And it kind of starts with Shangri-La because, again, Kino, yes, you had Nova Crawlers, but in original Kino, the Nova Crawlers, if you take them out strategically, they can blow up and actually take out zombies pretty high into the rounds. So it's actually like beneficial to have a 50-50 balance of Nova Crawlers and zombies because it actually helps the other player. Or you can focus on the bigger zombies first and maximize your maximize points. It's a strategic balance there. There's a balance. You can use the Nova Crawlers to your advantage to kill the zombies faster by using their own poison gas. Or you can maximize your points by taking out one and then the other. You know, then you go to 5. Your boss zombie, yes, he steals your weapons, but you can get your weapons back by fire sale, taking them out beforehand, taking them out while he's running away with your weapon, you get it back. Or you get a bonfire sale and, you know, you can get that, or you can get a max ammo if you take them out, or if you don't take them out at all. So, like, you get at least a reward from it, right? You move on to Ascension, the Space Monkeys. at least you get a reward from it, whether it's a max ammo or a max ammo and free perk. You get a reward from it. Oh, I forgot. Kino with dogs, you at least get a max ammo with it. Forgot about that one. Call of the Dead, you take out George, and you not only get a free perk, but you also can either get a death machine, or if you did the Easter egg, you get the Wonder Watch, which is even more of a reward than I think anyone could even, like, you can't put a price point on a free perk and the Wonder Watch. Like, that's a free round. If you're playing solo, that's like a free round of not using your own ammo, and you got a free perk. Yes, it's random, but that's more points that you don't have to deal with, or cash out with your own pocket, or just an additional perk to your loadout, which I think is, even if it's Deadshot, it's beneficial, right? But then you get to Shangri-La, and the monkeys don't reward you with anything different. They just can change your reward, which is nice, but then your 2 boss zombies just take from you. They take away your space, they take away your vision, they take away your health by the flames, they take away your points by killing off the other zombies that you might have been able to handle it. I want those 5 extra zombies. Why did you kill them? But with your stupid fire pit, and now you prevent me from running over it because I don't have Jug, right? It's all those things that Shangri-La does, and some of it's very little, like, hey, you killed my 5 zombies, I wanted those points. It's something that very little, that now it's the next round, and I don't have enough points now to open the store, hit the box one time, and hope I can get something good to get me to the next round, because this round now I don't have ammo, and now I die, right? Like, it's stupid that it's that fast of a progression, but with Shangri-La, that's how it is. You miss out on one opportunity that the game maybe provides you, and if you don't take it, whether it's taking out the monkey before it gets to your max ammo, whether it's I didn't buy ammo this round, I was saving up for Jug, whatever it might be, it affects your entire game so dramatically that, like, it's almost impossible to think what you want to do before you do it, because you just never know. It's literally like you roll a dice, and you just have to, like, if I were to roll 6 dice, right, and then you guys had to say what numbers they were in order, that would be your perfect game, right? So if I roll, let's say I rolled 6 dice, and literally the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, just to make it easy, right? If you guess 6 on number 1, like, oh, you rolled a 6 for your first dice, and I say no, your game probably is going to end very quickly because you were way off, number scale wise. Okay, whatever. Like, I'm a great zombie player. I can get past that round. Whatever. And you maybe even correlate each dice to the first 6 rounds, because I think the first 6 rounds determine how fast you can progress in each of those rounds, and then what is it? So it's how fast you can progress on each round, what random chance you get for that round, meaning if you get double points drop, all that stuff, just your luck throughout the round. Do you get a napalm zombie first as your first spawn there? Do the monkeys just kind of surprise you and hit you, and you miss out on that extra 1,000 points because you had a double point, and now you missed out on that extra 1,000, right? It's all those little things that really affect you. Did the box spawn on the wrong side of the map? Did Pack-a-Punch spawn in a spot that you don't even have opened up, so now you have to open up more doors to get there? Did your box luck suck, so now you're still stuck with bad weapons? If all those situations happen, your game's screwed. Whereas literally every other match, I mean, 5 is kind of rough, I guess, but every other match you can be like, no worries, let me get through another round and I'll get another, and I'll tackle it again, right? You can be on round 7 on Kino with literally an MP40, whatever it might be, and you could be like, okay, I'll be okay, let me get through this round, let me get some more points, even if it's just enough for another box hit, and I'll go find the box and hit it again. Like, no worries. I got literally the Spectre, Dragonov, and L96. No worries. Like, 3 box spins. I just blew about 3,000 points. Whatever. I'll just go to next round. No, in Shangri-La, if you have, I'm just going to say 3,000 points, you have to know what that 3,000 points is going to in early rounds. Are you buying Jug with it? Are you buying a couple doors with it to get to power or whatever, to then go buy something else? Is power already on? Are you going to use that 2,500 of it to just go buy Jug right now? Or are you going to hit the box 3 times and hope you get maybe 1 or maybe 2 weapons that can get you through a few rounds to where you can accumulate enough points and be safe to get Jug again? All these things kind of go on, and if you make the wrong choice, you get double hit by a zombie, you get in Black Ops 3 terms, you get triple hit by a few zombies, and you just die right then and there. Or you go down, and now you have no perks, all this stuff. Everything is just, it's against you, and it's not fun. And that's the issue with it. So, you talk about where this is at. 122 divided by 300. So it gets 41% of the, and again, only 1% lower than Ascension, technically, which is 5 points. It's the lowest map that we played. The only reason why it's somewhat high in this regards is because of the Easter egg and atmosphere. And that's the only reason why I got where it's at. Only reason. There is literally no other reason to play Shangri-La other than the Easter egg. And that's it. That is it. There's nothing else to see here. Is all the aspects of Shangri-La, they took, and I want to make this clear too. You went from Call of the Dead, right? Call of the Dead, I think, had a great Easter egg, especially when it comes to co-op, right? So you go from a good, a really great Easter egg. I would argue, Call of the Dead, I feel like I didn't explain that enough. The dial step, things like that, are really cool. They're really, I would argue that Easter egg's almost better than Shangri-La. And and based off of our rankings, Call of the Dead's 10 points higher than Call of the Dead. Call of the Dead's 10 points higher than Shangri-La in that category, based off of atmosphere and Easter egg, because of everything. The map itself is so unique, and the Easter egg's great. Solo is kind of underwhelming, but it's still, it hits on some points of the Easter egg that solo-wise you can still do to, understand. You can still spin the dials to kind of get an idea of how they work. You get some of the things with it, but just not the full experience that you would with a co-op. Especially when it just comes down to knifing the vodka bottle and your other partner has to catch it. It's those little things that I think really take it away. But Shangri-La takes it as saying you can't even do our Easter egg if you're solo. Not even with 2 players, 3 players, but you need 4, right? And that in itself, I think, hurts it, because it's a great Easter egg to bridge the gap of gameplay to Easter egg focus, but because you only can do it with 4 players, it really just, if I had 3 other friends, so all 4 of us, and 2 of them bought this DLC and the other one didn't, we're still kind of out of luck here, because that, I still can't do the Easter egg with all of them because the other guy didn't buy the DLC. And that's not good. Who joined my lobby? Egg? No. I don't even know who that is. Someone just randomly joined my lobby. So, you have all these things, right? And it just doesn't work. It's not good enough. Is the boss zombie, you compare George to the Shrieker and Inferno zombie, and you could even argue the monkey as well. You have these 3 things, or 3 kind of boss zombie things that go on in the map, compared to your 1 boss. I think George was dealt with better, all that stuff. Yes, it's annoying if you accidentally shoot him, all that stuff. There's obviously annoying parts of it, but he's literally the boss of the map, right? So like that like those things battle each other. The map layout. Yes, I argued that Call of the Dead there could have been another couple zip lines or slides in other areas, but it's not terrible necessarily, especially if you opened up the entire map. The worst part about it is if you're on the top of the light tower and you needed to get to the very first boat, it's kind of a pain to get there because there's no way from one of those spots to get there without having to go all the way around. The first boat is literally only a one way in, one way out kind of thing. And that is the only spot I would argue that is very bad. Shangri-La is still, like, it's quick moving. There's a lot of cool little neat escape things, all that stuff. But one, they're badly placed. And two, like, zombies not only can jump down these holes as well, which I think is just stupid, but they also take time to activate all that stuff. It's not like you run up to them, activate it, and they like shoot you up, whatever. But the map layout, I would say, is good. Like, it's a good map layout. It's just so congested. You run and you're hitting into something. You turn left, you're hitting into something else. There's no movement or mobility allowed in the game that, as a zombie player, you're kind of claustrophobic and you can't do anything. And it gets so irritating when you play it, and especially if you play it for a few times because of that. And it's literally because of the fact that, all right, we're going to give it another shot, and you just grow with the irritation. And that's part of the reason why we're not doing it, is this map is not fun. Like, and again, this is the only reason why it literally declined our fun scale when it comes down to dealing with challenges and all that, is because it makes for just not a good time when it comes down to challenges on Shangri-La. Unless that challenge is dealing with the Easter egg, which again is a whole different category of this series, that's the only challenge that I would want to do on Shangri-La. And if that's the case, you shouldn't play it. Maybe once again, if you have some friends and you want to do a challenge, that's why we didn't give it a 0 or anything like that, because I think you can still do some cool challenges with this, but I think you just need more players when it comes down to it. You need a different strategy with these things, or you need, if you're a solo player, you need the perfect game and perfect kind of RNG to really get through a lot of these kind of hiccups that this map really brings to you. And I think that's wrapping this one up. Shangri-La 122, the worst zombie map that we've played so far. This was our 9th zombie map, right? We are going to be moving on to Moon. Moon, again, I feel like it's so fast. We literally played our beginning stream with Shangri-La of kind of ranting and just being irritated with the map in itself, to we went to the 2-box challenge with it, and now we're already done with Shangri-La by doing this stream and just talking about the irritable components that it has, and leaving it at that, and leaving it where it belongs, in a exotic jungle, a legendary shrine lost in the exotic jungle where undead lurk within treacherous labyrinth, underground caverns, deadly traps, and dark secrets. We're leaving that behind. They can keep their dark secrets, they can keep their labyrinth, their underground cavern, the undead lurking, this exotic jungle, which is beautiful, but we'd rather just not visit it. It's like, it's kind of like this picture was taken, put in a postcard, and it's like, oh, come join us at Shangri-La, where it's so beautiful, right? So beautiful. Like, come visit us. Like, look at this picture. It looks beautiful. Okay, great. Let's go there. And on the other side of this picture is just like nothing. Like, it's just a garbage. Like, behind it's just a landfill. So it's like you spawn in, and again, you see this, you're like, wow, that's something. And you turn around, you're like, that's another thing. And it's right next to it. Like, it's within this map that the garbage is still right next to this beautiful jungle. And that's what it is. Is the Easter egg is the environment, right? I mean, literally, you use the environment and the mechanics of Shangri-La for the Easter egg for a reason. But yet the gameplay, like I imagine it like almost like an apple kind of thing. Like the outer skin of the apple is the Easter egg, right? It looks beautiful, looks shiny, all this stuff. You know, there might be some little impurities on the outside of the apple, but as far as like a perfectly ripe apple, no matter the color of the apple, it has that shine to it. It looks great. You know, it's picture perfect even. But then you unpeel the apple, and instead of this apple being kind of just like, I guess, an ordinary apple, there's holes in it, it's rotten, and like it's just, you know, black, like there's just what is it, like where it gets bruised and stuff, like where it's just that black mushiness. It's like that entire thing around the entire apple, and it's like, whoa, I thought this shiny apple, when I bit into it or unpeeled it to use in my apple pie, or I was just gonna eat it, whatever, I thought this was gonna be such a great experience because I had this other apple that didn't look that great. Maybe it was a little duller, you know, being called a dead. Like I bought the previous apple, the previous map pack, and it was okay. Like it was good. Like more like there was a couple impurities that maybe I ate around, whatever. But for the most part, every bite I took from that apple, both and even the visual experience of the apple, I thought it was going to be a good apple, so I got it. And there's a couple bites that maybe weren't great, but for like I would say 90% of it, it was like a good experience. So why not buy this apple, right? And you buy this and it's just mush, right? It looked better. It looked like a great zombie experience, but when you bit into this apple, it was just straight mold and garbage, right? That I think picture perfectly describes Shangri-La, and I think there's a track record with this too. And we mentioned it with, I think I don't know if it was 5 or Kino. It was one of the early set Black Ops 1 maps that we mentioned the idea of Black Ops having a kind of screw you kind of system where it was screw blank is I think what we called it. And essentially there was some kind of mechanic in it that just kind of said screw this. And I think it was 5 because Kino didn't really have anything that said, oh, it was more so like, I mean, it was like screw your environment, because like the atmosphere of Kino just sucked, like screw colors and stuff. It wasn't great for Kino, but then 5 came along and was screw your weapons, both ammo and just your physical weapon, by, you know, the mechanics of 5 stealing weapons. And then Ascension came around and just said screw your perks because the monkey stole your perks. And then Call of the Dead was more so just screw your vision because you couldn't see anything with the fog, which we kind of debunked when we played it because you could at least see the zombies faintly because their eyes were so bright. But you could still kind of play the map without fearing not being able to see the zombies. But still, it was hard to see a lot of things in that map. So kind of screw your vision. Shangri-La just literally put like just 2 middle fingers up and just said screw you. There was not a specific thing that they just said, oh, screw this, screw that, whatever. No, it pointed at the player, and then that's all it said. It just said, you know, perks, yeah, we have them, but like good luck getting to them all, because by the time you have enough to purchase all this, the rounds will be flipped, and at a certain round, you're just going to not be able to do anything because you're going to die. You know, ammo, I mean, again, this is a Black Ops 1 map. Ammo's already tough, and now that you have to, like, really focus on, I need to get this, get that, get that, get this. One mishap on ammo situation, and again, it ruins your game. Your box luck. You need specific weapons in Shangri-La to do anything in this map. If you don't get them, again, forget your whole experience on it because you just failed because you didn't get proper RNG. Pack-a-Punch. Forget you getting Pack-a-Punch because you have little Timmy in your lobby and he doesn't know how to step on the stone, even though you showed him 20 times where to stand. Every time you get to your spot, he gets off the map or gets off the stone. Like, I mean, it literally just says screw your whole experience, man, and it's not fun. And that's why we're done with it. With all that being said, the worst zombie map that we have played so far, Shangri-La, is being left behind now. We are closing the curtain on that. We are not doing any more challenges with it. This map is not good. It just, I mean, it's, again, it's a negative thing. It's just a negative experience when it comes to gameplay. If we were doing the Easter egg, I'd be ecstatic. I would love it. Even if it was a difficult map, I would love to do the Easter egg on Shangri-La. But we don't have anyone else playing this with us. So, we are not even doing that stuff. And we're just saying, bye-bye Shangri-La. We will move on to Moon for our next stream. Shangri-La, thank you for nothing. Because we didn't do anything on you, really. So, the map that literally has the worst gameplay score, the worst challenge/fun category score, should be the worst map. And, I mean, almost tying with it somehow was Ascension, because Ascension's atmosphere is just terrible. And, I mean, slightly even above that, Kino as well. But Shangri-La manages to be the worst zombie map so far. And we compared a lot of Shangri-La aspects to Verrucht as well throughout all this. Verrucht is up by 57 points above Shangri-La, right? They have 179 out of 300 right now, total points that they're allowed to get from our rankings. Shangri-La has 122. 122 out of 300 points allotted. That's Easter egg and atmosphere is being one category, the gameplay being another category, and the fun of doing challenges in another category. And yes, we've only done one challenge, but the 2-box challenge should be a pretty similar challenge as just a regular gameplay kind of stream. But, you know, obviously bring a challenge on what guns you get, but it was not fun. And it was so much not fun that we actually played it twice. We did two 2-box challenges our last stream, and it was the same outcome. I don't even remember what weapons we really got on them, but they were both, it just made for a bad experience anyway. Shangri-La, goodbye. If you enjoyed this rant, again, hopefully we won't have to deal with any of this stuff until Transit, maybe. Transit might be another one that we might have to deal with another rant experience with. But maybe not. Maybe we'll actually enjoy Transit the more we play it. We never know until we know. But that's wrapping this one up. If you guys can, hit that like button. Comment below what else you guys want to see as far as challenge-wise. And also, just what your thoughts on Shangri-La is. I want to know if you guys are truly in the same boat with me with Shangri-La. And I think just the title of this stream might bring some comments to this as well. Just because people are very indifferent about Shangri-La. People are like, oh, just kind of get good with it. It's not necessarily the skill level of the player. It's the unfairness that the developers added to the map. That shouldn't have been a thing. That's the big issue with it. But again, if you disagree or whatever, leave in the comments below. And maybe we'll revisit it if enough people are like, yo man, you need to redo this map because like you did not give it a fair shake, especially on the challenge category. I feel like that's a total fair argument. But for right now, we are done with it. And again, if you feel different, let me know in the comments below. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to do that subscribe button. I do appreciate all the support you guys have been providing us. We're at like 901 subscribers, so we're close to getting into that spot where I can say we are truly in the 900 club and here to stay. Right now we're still borderline, so I'm not getting too excited with the 900 yet. I am excited, but we won't do anything yet with the 900 subscriber thing until we truly break that little threshold. And I think that's like 910 subscribers. Somewhere past there, I feel like we're good. We're in the 900 club. Wave the flag and we'll do a challenge or do something revolving around 900 subscribers. But again, that's wrapping up. You guys can like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys all next time. Peace out and